Buckle up for a spine-tingling sequel that's poised to eclipse its predecessor in terror. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 promises to unleash a fresh wave of animatronic horror with the eerie Marionette as its centerpiece. Imagine surviving one nightmare shift at a haunted pizza place, only to dive back into the chaos with even darker secrets lurking. That's the thrilling hook of the latest featurette for Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which is all about ramping up the dread factor around this sinister new character. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this puppet-like figure going to redefine horror for fans? Or could it feel like a recycled scare tactic in a genre overflowing with jumpy animatronics? The original Five Nights at Freddy's film, based on the wildly popular video game, you can read our full review here, https://www.joblo.com/Five Nights at Freddy's review, skyrocketed to become Blumhouse Productions' biggest box office hit ever upon its release in October. It raked in a staggering $295 million across theaters and the Peacock streaming platform, outpacing blockbuster franchises like Split, The Invisible Man, The Black Phone, M3 GAN, the Halloween sequel series, and even long-running sagas such as Paranormal Activity, Insidious, and The Purge. With such massive success, it's no surprise that a follow-up is on the way, slated for a theatrical debut on December 5, 2025. This time around, audiences will encounter the menacing Marionette, a character so pivotal that the marketing team crafted an entire featurette solely to build hype around its nightmarish, bone-chilling presence. Curious? Scroll down to the bottom of this piece to watch it and judge for yourself. For those just jumping into the fray, the first film follows a beleaguered security guard navigating his first night at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a seemingly joyful spot that hides a trove of robotic horrors. These animatronics, think life-sized mechanical animals designed for entertainment, turn lethal after hours, creating a pulse-pounding survival horror experience. The sequel picks up 1 year after that supernatural ordeal, when the eerie events have morphed into a sensationalized campfire tale, fueling the town's inaugural FazFest celebration. Former guard Mike, portrayed by Josh Hutcherson from The Hunger Games, and police officer Vanessa, played by Elizabeth Lail of You, have shielded Mike's 11-year-old sister Abby, Piper Rubio from Holly Ivy, from the grim realities of what happened to her beloved animatronic pals. But when Abby defies them and slips away to reunite with Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, it ignites a cascade of terrifying incidents that peel back the layers of Freddy's dark history and resurrect a decades-old evil that was supposed to stay buried. And this is the part most people miss. The film's narrative doesn't just rely on cheap scares. It delves into themes of trauma, family secrets, and the blurred line between fun and fear, making it a deeper dive for horror enthusiasts who appreciate lore over just jump scares. The core ensemble is back in force. Josh Hutcherson, Elizabeth Lail, and Piper Rubio reprise their roles, joined once more by Matthew Lillard, Scream, and Theodis Crane, Underground. Fresh faces include Freddie Carter, Shadow and Bone, Wayne Knight, Jurassic Park, McKenna Grace, Ghostbusters franchise, Teo Briones, Final Destination Bloodlines, and Skeet Ulrich, who teamed up with Lillard in Scream. Vocal talents bring the toys to life. Megan Fox, Jennifer's Body, lends her voice to Toy Chica. Matt Pat, known from FNAF the Musical, voices Toy Bonnie, and Kellen Goff, Five Nights at Freddy's, Secret of the Mimic, takes on Toy Freddy. It's a stellar lineup that blends seasoned pros with rising stars, ensuring the animatronic antics feel both familiar and refreshingly new. Sponsored content. The journey to the screen was a winding one. Initially developed at Warner Bros., where director Gil Keenan, Monster House, planned to helm it with a script co-written by Tyler Burton Smith from the Child's Play remake, the project shifted to Blumhouse. There, Chris Columbus, Home Alone, was attached for years before Emma Tammy stepped in as director. Tammy, known for her work on The Wind, Into the Dark Delivered, and Into the Dark Blood Moon, collaborated on the screenplay with Seth Cuddeback, Mateo, and game creator Scott Cawthon. Writers Tyler McIntyre and Chris Lee Hill from Tragedy Girls also contributed to the story alongside Cawthon. For the sequel, Emma Tammy directs from a script penned by Cawthon himself, promising a faithful yet evolved take that stays true to the source material while expanding the mythos for newcomers. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is produced by Blumhouse's founder and CEO Jason Blum and Scott Cawthon, who also helmed the original. Executive producers include director Emma Tammy, Beatrice Sequeira, Christopher Warner, Russell Binder, and Mark Mostman. The lifelike homicidal animatronic creatures spring to screen life thanks to the expertise of Jim Henson's Creature Shop, whose special effects wizardry has brought mythical beings to life in countless films. Think about how they make fantastical puppets feel utterly real and terrifying. Are you gearing up for the thrills of Five Nights at Freddy's 2? Do you think the Marionette will live up to the hype? Or are you skeptical about how much fresh terror it can deliver in an already saturated horror landscape? And here's a thought-provoking angle. Some fans argue that adapting beloved games risks diluting the intense, interactive fear of the original experience. Do you agree? Or believe movies can enhance the lore? Share your predictions, opinions, and any disagreements in the comments below. We can't wait to hear from you. Subscribe to our weekly newsletter. Stay in the loop with the newest movie and TV updates, exclusive previews, in-depth reviews, and star-studded interviews. All delivered straight from the Joe Blow team to your inbox.